Okay guys, it's Jimmy Bremner coming at you from the 416. Um, it's been raining here for about 4 or 5 days on and off. It's just continuous, relentless. That said, the plants are growing and it's getting green really quickly here in the 416. So we're going to talk about clothing today. So when you go out, like I said, it's been raining for 4 or 5 days. Can you go out and enjoy yourself? Yeah, you can. You just have to dress for the weather. Now, with that said, any time of year, your clothing is your first line of defense. So you want to dress properly. And if you remember the acronym COLD, C-O-L-D, COLD, C is for clean. You have to keep your clothing clean, because if the material gets clogged up with dirt, it can't ventilate, and then we're on to O, you're going to overheat. If you overheat and you start sweating, you're going to get chills and you're going to be miserable. Once you're damp and you have chills, you're done. It's a miserable feeling to have. So keep your clothes clean. Try to prevent overheating. As soon as you feel that you're about to perspire, take off those layers, which is the L. Take the layers off so you can cool and prevent that sweating. Okay? So layered, you want to be layered, and that's important. On layers, obviously I've got rain gear on today. I've got my rain pants on under the poncho. And again, if you go in the bush, even if it's, it stopped raining in the bush, you're going to wick up more water from the undergrowth and the forest floor through your pants than you are from what's coming down on top of you. Hey, buddy. So make sure that you're covered properly. My hat, it's waterproof. I prefer the boonie hat because I can take the sides down and it provides more coverage when it's raining. Of course, there's hoods on my my poncho. But as I said, when you're in rain gear, it's really easy to overheat and start sweating. So that means you might want to move a little bit slower, take a little more rest from time to time, so you're not, again, creating that heat and starting to sweat. And then, as I said, when you're damp and cold, it is the most miserable feeling that there is. In terms of my boots, I wear it's called a Belleville boot. I've had them about 6 years. Best boot I've ever worn. It's a desert boot. It's leather and cordura with a molded sole to it. But budget bushcraft. I treat them with WD-40, totally waterproof. Okay, it doesn't damage the boot in any way, shape, or form. When you first spray the WD-40, it'll turn a bit darker in color, but as soon as it dries, it goes back to normal. Waterproof boots. So change of socks. You don't want to have wet feet, so have a change of socks with you. And wool. Okay, so as we get into, it's summertime now, get into winter, you want to start wearing wool clothing. And in Canada, of all places, it's hard to find. Wool, even if it's wet, will help you retain 80% of your body heat. Okay, it's still, even if it's wet. And so it's a great insulator, wet or dry. Cotton, you want to try and avoid. We all like our denim jeans and things like that, but cotton, it's just not good. You're going to get cold really quickly. It soaks up sweat. It takes a little bit. It doesn't dry very well, especially again if there's no wind or air moving. It doesn't dry so well. So again, you're going to get that wet, damp, cold feeling. So you can enjoy yourself as long as you dress properly, you're layered, and you remember cold, like clean, prevent overheating, layered, and try and keep your clothes dry. Or at the end of the day, make sure that you dry them out so the next time you have to go and don those clothes, that you're going to have a good time. So with that, tomorrow, I have an opportunity to be in Toronto's wetlands, and I call it Leslie Street Spit. It is a park now, and it's actually a bird sanctuary. So I'll be down there tomorrow, and we'll do a bit of a video there. I don't go there a lot. The reason being is I can't take Dexter with me. Okay, so Dexter goes everywhere with me. Tomorrow I'm there working with the emergency services, and so I'll get an opportunity to bring a video to you from there. But it's a great part of Toronto. I'm going to show my age now. When I was a kid, it didn't exist. So it's all reclaimed land, and it goes out for a couple kilometers, 3 kilometers into Lake Ontario, and there's all kinds of waterfowl there. You're going to see cormorants. You're going to see obviously different types of seagulls. You're going to see different types of ducks, geese, sandpipers, all the birds that I don't see again in the Don Valley where I usually walk the trails. So I'll bring you a brief video from that tomorrow. And thanks very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I love the questions. Please bring the questions in, and I'll answer them if I can. If I don't have the answer, I'll find somebody that does. And so that's it. Jimmy Bremner, CTOA, and I'm out.